Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Wreaths and Things. Thank you so much for stopping by. Whether you're new or a returning guest, everybody is always welcome here. Today I'm going to go through a step-by-step tutorial on how you can make a base, loop and curl Deco mesh wreath using 21-inch Deco mesh. So first, we're going to get to that materials list and then I'm going to just jump right into the tutorial. So let's get moving. And the materials list today is a 14-inch wire wreath frame, glue gun and glue sticks, scissors, measuring tool, some chenille stems, and 21-inch Deco mesh. Here's a little Wreath 101 for you on this project. This is a 14-inch wire frame from the Dollar Tree, and it has 4 rounds of wire and crossbars all the way around. And these 4 rounds of wire is what we're going to be using today, all the way around. So there's your little Wreath 101 for our project. And why don't we just jump right into that tutorial and let's get this started. I have my wreath frame here, and the first thing I'm going to do is make a working wreath. Now I've chopped my chenille stems in half, but I would suggest if you're going to attach ribbons, use the full length. So with my chenille stems chopped in half, I'm going to use the outer wire first and the crossbar I show you right here, and attach all of my chenille stems on all of those crossbars going all the way around. So it's 1 chenille stem at each crossbar and on the outer wire, so that's 6 in total. And then we're going to add a little bit more as well. I like the outside to be a little bit fuller than the inside. It's just my preference, you don't have to. But what I do is I add a little glue in between the 2 crossbars and a chenille stem. And that little glue just helps it stay in place, so it's not going to move around on you. So I do that in between each crossbar on the outside wire. I get those all attached and twisted on there. And this does fairly go quickly, so it's not that bad. And once I finish my last one, I am actually going to work on the next wire, which is the first wire in from the outside, and add a dab of glue in between the crossbars as well. But this time I'm not going to attach to the crossbar, I'm just going to attach to the middle of those crossbars. I hope that all makes sense. But you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to move, from one wire to the next. And now for the third one from the outside, I just hit those crossbars. I don't need my glue, because if you capture the crossbar between the chenille stems, then it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be nice and secure. So again, it's that third wire in from the outside, and then once I finish that, I go back to my glue gun on the inside wire in between the 2 crossbars. So basically you're kind of doing outside with the crossbar, then inside without, and then that's going to get all your little working tinsels onto your wreath form. So now it's all done. I know it looks a mess, but there is a method to my madness. So here I am actually using the 21-inch Deco mesh, and I freaking love the color of this. And I usually cut mine for this method. So this is the curl and loop method, anywhere from 8 to 10 inches. Now I do a little bit of a cheat. I don't measure every single strip that I'm cutting. So you'll see here what I do is I just kind of roll it up until it rolls into itself. So it does one complete curl, and then I make a chop, or a cut, sorry. Now these are about 8 to 10 inches for this project. Sorry, my head's all in the way. My big head's in the way. But I do this for every single one. If you want to measure it out, use your scissors or use your rotary cutter, that's great. Unfortunately, mine broke and I'm still waiting for mine to be ordered, so I had to chop all of mine with scissors. For this particular wreath, for how I do 30 pieces of measured at 10 inches. So I'm going to cut all of this. I'm not going to show it to you, I'm just going to cut it all. And here you go is my first piece. I have my working wreath all ready, and all you're going to do is you're going to take that 10 inches and you're going to curl it up. Now I don't do mine too tight, I like a little bit of a loose curl. You'll see here I actually ended up curling it twice. I really didn't like how the first time ended up, but I curled it twice. And what the goal here is to have two loops or curls at the very end and one little poof in the center. So for one end, I come in from the edge about 4 to 6 inches, I pinch it, and then I attach that to the outside pipe cleaner or Chanel stem. That's going to be my first attachment here. And then what I'm going to do is once I have that attached, I'm going to go to the other side and I'm going to come in from the edge again 4 to 6 inches, and I'm going to attach to the next Chanel stem on the same outside wire. So in the end, your goal here is to have 2 loops and 1 poof in the center. So the 2 loops are at the end. So when we grab our second piece, I'm going to overlap my first one with the last one at the end. So the very last Chanel stem you used, you're going to use that again and overlap that with your new piece of Deco mesh. So you have your 2 loops together on that second piece. Then we do the exact same procedure. Grab it 4 to 6 inches from the other edge and find that next open Chanel stem and twist it into place. Does that all make sense to you? How about we go through it just one more time? I'll show you how to attach it again, and then I'm just going to grab another piece. There's my poof. I'm just going to grab another piece here and we'll attach this again. So it's all rolled up. I'm going to attach the first loop to the last loop, twist that Chanel stem, and then I'm going to continue on to my next available Chanel stem that is open. And that is your curl and loop method. You can puff these little puff sections up now or later. It all depends on how you want to do it. But I'm just going to continue on working on that outside edge. And here I'm working on my last 2 pieces. And you can kind of see this taking shape and how full this gets. I mean, when you're done with this method and how I showed you how to do it, your wreath is totally full, and I always like going for a full wreath. I don't know about you guys, but for me, the fuller, the better. Now, working on your last piece, you're going to work on the Chanel stem that you just attached the other piece to, and then with your end, you're going to attach it to the very first Deco mesh Chanel stem piece that you attached to. So that completes that first round, and once that's all done, I'm going to come in and I'm going to work on that second wire on the inside. Again, it's the same procedure. Curl it up, attach it with the Chanel stem. Now this time around, our Chanel stems are spaced a little bit wider, so you just find that next Chanel stem on the same wire. So this time I'm working on the second wire from the outside. And then I'm continuing that same process all the way through until you get to the very end. Again, you just overlap your Deco mesh, twist it into place, and then find your next Chanel stem that is available. And here I'm just finishing it off. That's the second round, and it's even fuller now. Look how amazing this looks so far. I have 2 more rounds of wire to go here. I'm going to finish that off, and I'm working on my last piece that I'm attaching here. It's on the inner wire. I finished up all 4 lines. So all I'm doing is I'm taking that last piece and that first piece, and I'm going to attach the new Deco mesh to that. So just roll it up, grab those edges where you want to make the loop, attach it to the Chanel stem that already has some attached to it, and then you just find that other Chanel stem, which will be the first one that you've done, and you attach the other piece too. Now here you can see my loops are fairly loose. I don't generally do it this loose. I do like them looser, but for me this is a little bit too loose, so I would probably, if I was to do another one, I would probably do a lot tighter in those loops. So there you have it, your loop and curl Deco Mesh Base Wreath. Now you can add ribbons to this, you can add decor to this, you can use any color, multiple colors, but here it is, and here's how I do it. Here I'm showing you, if you wanted to add ribbon, I would use longer chenille stems. Like I said in the beginning, I cut mine in half, but if you're gonna add ribbons and everything, I would use the full length. I just love the color of this. I love how full this is, and I really hope you did as well. And maybe you're gonna try one too. Here's my final result, and thank you so much for watching me today. I'm so happy you joined me. If you liked today's video, hit that like button and maybe leave me a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye for now.